must say that I truly admire the Midtjylland case. I was there on a study tour for some years ago and I was very much impressed. Well, now it's about the Värmland priority number 1, the forest-based bioeconomy, that I will talk about, and also about the paper province within this. So I'm Anders Olsson, Manager of Research and Innovation at Region Värmland. So now let's see if the animation would work. I guess perhaps not. I move this slide from, yes, it works, from a PC to a Mac, from a Mac to a PC. Here's where Värmland is, on the Norwegian border between Oslo and Stockholm, and on the axis Oslo, Stockholm, Helsinki actually. And the landscape can look like this. We have a lot of forest. But we also do things like this. We produce paper, but we also build these machines. This is one of the biggest paper machines in the world, made in Värmland, but it's in China. Some short, quick facts about Värmland. 16 municipalities, 276 citizens. 70% is covered by forest. And the forestry and forest industry employs approximately 1/4 of the workforce. So I guess it's about the same figure about how big part of the economy. It's about 25% of the economy as well. We harvest 6 million cubic meter wood, but the growth is more. It's 7 million cubic meter, and we produce 1.6 million ton paper every year. There are a number of mills in our regions. In our region, it's actually 1/4 of all the pulp and paper mills in Sweden are in Värmland. And we also have a number of sawmills. And the paper province, it was formed as an industrial cluster, I guess, 150 years ago, but was discovered as a cluster in the end of the 1990s. And organized as a cluster initiative would start from 1999. And it's also appointed as a world-class cluster with 100, I think over 100 member companies today, with over 7,000 employees in the member companies only. And these members, they offer world-leading products within a number of branches with connection to wood and forest and forestry. But it was the year 2012 that was a beginning of something new for us in the region. We asked the question, what is happening now? How should we utilize the forest in the future? And the answer, the new word for us was the bioeconomy, and very much inspired by the European strategy for bioeconomy. So we formed an idea, a strategic idea, that we will demonstrate bioeconomy in practice in Värmland. And we wanted to create an internationally attractive innovation environment for forest-based bioeconomy. So that was kind of the vision. And the cluster paper province that earlier was very much focused on the paper production opened up to other branches. And there we got also a much higher number of intersections between branches and competencies. And it's mainly in the intersections you can find or expect for new innovations. And the next year, 2013, Paper Province was appointed to a so-called Winväxt winner. They got part of the National Winväxt program with a funding of over 10 years with over 13 million euro during this period. And the year after that, 2014, we formed the Smart Specialization Strategy. And in the analysis we made there, it was very clear that the strongest area for Värmland was within paper, pulp, packaging and tissue. Actually, there is probably no other place in Europe as strong as Värmland in these areas. So the strategy was formed we should have a strong business sector, we should have strong research areas, and there should be reasons for finding good, strong markets, growing markets. And we came up with 5 specializations, and the analysis told us that the forest-based bioeconomy is the strongest specialization. So that's why it's the #1 priority. And the vision within this specialization strategy was that we wanted to show the way with bio-based innovations from the forest to a fossil-free sustainable society. That's our contribution to the societal challenge. And we will do that by developing more products from our long fiber raw material, but mainly I think today is looking at the side streams. The side streams are substantial. They are about half of the stream, actually. It's not a small side stream. And just very quickly, very briefly, some examples of innovations or actions taken. For instance, we got the first biojet fuel tank at Karlstad Airport in Europe, I guess. We have an innovation and demo plant for lignin in Värmland, also called Ligno City. We developed fossil-free coating for food packaging. This is an innovation that makes the business case quite much stronger within many respects when you use bio-based materials. We have fossil-free food pads on the market, and we continuously develop the innovation environment in Värmland with developing different demo sites, innovation platforms, etc. within the region. And the region, Värmland, have also together with Karlstad University, the only university in the region, now formed the Academy for Smart Specialization with research in the specialization areas, where, of course, research on forest-based bioeconomy is done by, I think, 4 different research groups at the university. For instance, the group Pro2B, Process and Products for Sustainable Bioeconomy, but also for the Center for Regional Studies, where we have represented this here today, Margareta Dahlström, one of the professors here, and also the Service Research Center, and we also have research on gender issues. And we are now forming a quite big project within the Interreg program with Sweden and Norway, with 6 different regions, which have a number of knowledge assets within this bigger region. And we are also active in the Vanguard initiative, where we also will apply for a full membership. And I think that Vanguard could be an interesting initiative to develop further. And my region, ourselves, we have counted to more than 14 strategies, plans, tools we used for the forest-based bioeconomy to enhance it. And we're also forming a national network for regions in this area. And we believe what John Ballard said at DG Research, that the shift European bioeconomy is now irreversible. And this transition will now accelerate after COP21. And we think that the window for the forest-based bioeconomy is open. It's a window of opportunity for many of us. Thank you very much.